Hey, okay, I'm home from my cruise. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling excited. Laundry's going on in the background. And I want to share something that I'm really pumped about that I learned a little bit more about on our cruise. And so today is March 31st, April 1st tomorrow. Oh my God, I love pranks. Different story. Anyway, what should I do to Keith? Anyway, think of something. Anyway, okay, let me get back on track here. One of the things that we learned about on the cruise was the relaunch or the new launch of Ultimate Portion Fix. And this is the program and 21 Day Fix combined together with the containers. This is what started it all for me almost 5 years ago when I was like really depressed for the first time ever, and I had gained like about 15 pounds, and I was just like feeling exhausted and tired and lethargic. And it was like, I was like, okay, girlfriend, you got to make a change. You got to do something. Like, you're not going through another winter this way. And I mean, not only that, but I just didn't feel confident in the way that my body looked. But I really had no idea where to start because there was so much information out there. But this really called me in, this container system and this home workout. So I was just like, you know what the hell? What do I have to lose? I'm just going to give it a try. And so I did. And it was a little bit overwhelming at first when we got these like little containers. Like Keith and I were like, da fuck, like we're gonna starve. But I was really reassured, like everything's gonna be okay. Just trust. And so we just got started. And so now it's 5 years later and they're relaunching it. So the Ultimate Portion Fix is like on a whole new level. It's like the container system on steroids. And so I wanted to share with you one of the biggest things that I took away from it. And the reason that this is so effective is because it shows us and teaches us the right amount of each food group that our body needs to reach our goals. So maybe for you, that you want to lose weight. It's going to teach you and show you exactly what your body's gonna need. You still get carbohydrates, you still get fruit. It's not like you're like cutting out a bunch of things from your diet. It's just showing you the right amount to have them in. And same thing if you are wanting to maintain your weight, or maybe if you're even wanting to gain weight to build muscle mass, depending on where you're at in your journey, what's going on with your life, what's going on with your health. So it tells you everything. And so it's not about deprivation, it's really about learning how to fuel your body right, but in the right amounts. Because sometimes, even when we're eating like quality, healthy, nutritious food, we can be eating too much of it, like much more than what our body needs to have the energy and then to get the results we want. So I wanted to show you guys something so funny. And I really feel like, I shouldn't even say it's funny, I think it's probably pretty common, but what my idea of a portion was before I started this. So this is an example, and I already tried recording this one time and I spilled oatmeal all over the floor. Real life. So I'm gonna show you, I used to be like, oh, like I'm gonna have some gluten-free oats. And sometimes I have them dry with stuff, sometimes I have them wet. We'll just pretend for the sake that I'm having dry. This is what I would used to do. I would like fill up this bowl and be like, here's my oatmeal, and then I'd maybe like put some cinnamon, some apples, whatever else in there, and then eat it, and then, carry on, have whatever else I'm having in my day. This is in my head what I thought like a portion would be. Turns out, this is like probably more than double the portion that my body needs as one serving of gluten-free oatmeal. So this is the container that represents one serving of your carbohydrate. So that could be oats, it could be sweet potato, it could be, even represents like a piece of bread. You could put your pasta in here. Do not be scared of this. I promise you, you're gonna be like so satiated and just like loving life and feeling real good. So I'm just gonna like dig into this and show you what a serving is and then like how much is like left over. Okay, that is a whole serving. That is like, there's probably like more than double left in there. And so as you can see, it's like, even though, the option I was choosing was healthy, I was having way more than what my body even needed to take energy from and to thrive off of. So then like, no wonder I was just like not having results, gaining a bunch of weight, although back then I was not eating healthy. So I was eating like deep fried food. I was having really bad cravings and all that stuff. And now, like, my body is just like so much, like, feeling so much better, thriving off of the right amounts of things. Another thing that I want to touch on is, I know Keith and I were like so afraid. Keith, literally the first week we did it, he like told me he was going to quit like 16 times. He was like a dramatic teenage girl. But I just said, like, we're gonna stick to it. Like, we can do this, because it is hard when you learn something new and it's challenging. And when it challenges your whole mindset, like when you look at this, you think I'm gonna starve because you're so used to having so much more. But the reality isn't that. The reality is that your body's gonna have exactly what it needs to feel good, and it's gonna be so fucking pumped. And you're gonna start noticing those changes that you wanna see in your body right away. You're gonna notice your bloat going down. You're gonna notice that you have more energy because of you're eating more quality foods. You're gonna notice, that your weight is gonna start to go down. If that's your goal, you're gonna notice your pants fitting better. And I know, if you're someone who's wanting to build muscle mass or even wanting to put on some weight, when you're eating the right amounts of what your body needs to do that, you're gonna feel so good, and you're gonna notice those changes you want. You're gonna notice your muscles getting stronger. You're gonna notice you have better recovery after you do your workouts. You're gonna feel so good. You're gonna feel so good, and I'm so pumped about it that I'm talking with my hands like this. And it's really fun. And I remember when I first started, when I would share about this, I would always say, I don't want to live in a world where there are things that I can't have, where there's good food and bad food. That's not the way I live, and that's not the way I want to teach you to live. In my mind, there are foods that are giving nutrients to your body and fueling your body. And then there are foods that are lacking in the nutrient department. Having said that, that doesn't mean that like having a brownie is bad, or having, a burger loaded with all your favorite things is bad. That's not what it means at all. This is just about like knowing to choose, okay, if I know this is going to fuel my body, this is what I want to have. Okay, if I know that maybe this isn't going to make me feel that great, am I going to have it? And if the answer is yes, it's just like, then just be conscious about how much of it you're going to consume. Like maybe have, a few brownies instead of like the whole damn container. And I'll tell you that when your body is satiated and getting all of the macronutrients that it needs, those cravings go down. And that's also why my Shakeology, the nutrition dessert that I have every day, is so important, and the reason that I've had it almost every day for the last 5 years. I also wanted to show you just quickly how easy it is to like do servings. Like this is the one for vegetables, okay? Because carrot on the floor. We can overeat with vegetables too. And it's not a good or a bad. It's just that like what we want to be doing is giving our body the fuel that it needs. And it's kind of like if you're going to overfill the car. There's only so much gas that you can put in that car before it starts flowing out, right? And so when you put the right amount into it, that car is good, it's golden, it's going to drive, it's going to get you where you got to go until you need to refuel. But if you start trying to put too much in, it's going to start flowing out. And I mean, if we have like a really fun analogy, that could just represent like the muffin top coming over the top of the pants that like none of us really feel that great about, So here's a little thing for how much carrots to have. That is so many carrots. But sometimes when we're just like throwing it on a plate or not paying attention, we can get like way much, and it's like not what our body needs. Now, I used to think that eating healthy was expensive. Let me tell you, it's not, because, okay, so maybe you're spending a little bit more money on your produce, and maybe you're being a little bit more careful about the quality of, say, your protein, your animal meats that you have. But when you're being conscious and giving your body the right amount that it needs and not putting more, layering on more that it doesn't need, you don't eat as much food. And so instead of eating like a whole big giant chicken breast, if you cut it up and put it into cubes and put it into this serving of what serving of protein is, that chicken breast, you might get another half meal out of it. So if you cook 3 chicken breasts that are big, you are gonna get like 4 to 5 servings of chicken breasts instead of just having them with one meal of supper. So seriously, guys, this is so exciting, and I forgot how excited that I am about this, and I'm really excited to start tomorrow too, because even for me, I've gotten a little bit off track lately, just like not being as conscious, and I feel that, and even though I am having a little bit of health issues just with some other things going on, I know that while I'm waiting to kind of get answers and to go in the right direction for where that's going to take me to get my health back to where it needs to be, I'm really, really excited to have this program to just help me keep my body the strongest that it can be and put the most amount of nutrients in it so that when I do have surgery down the road in the next few months, my body's going to be so strong, it's going to fight off any infection, and I'm just going to recover and like be back to my best self. So, if you're watching this and you're like, girlfriend, I want on this train, shoot me a message, let's chat. I want to share about this with you because this is just really, really important to me, and it is my passion, and it is my purpose in this lifetime to help other women to live their best life and find their wellness and their wholeness. And you don't have to do it by yourself. You can come and do it with me and all my friends in a group online. Oh, look what shirt I'm wearing. We should be friends. Okay, so that's it. Closing off. Super, super excited about this. And if you want to come join me, I have a group that starts every single month, either the first or second week in the month. It's all online. You can live anywhere in US, Canada, and the UK to come and join me. So send me a message and I would love to help you. If you're not already following me on Instagram, my Instagram name is @StephD Rempel. Rempel is REMPEL. So have an awesome day, and I look forward to hearing from you.